Hey, everyone, welcome back to Clubhouse Movies Podcast. I'm your host, Marc Rubalcaba, joined once again by Mr. Abel Pineda. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, anywhere, maybe even YouTube.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? But anyway, you know what day it is?
It is Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year. So, gung hei fat choi to
There you go.
which means wishing you great happiness and prosperity.
Good job, man. Those
I learned that in elementary school.
nice.
Apparently, there's multiple ways you can say it. And
Yes, there is.
things, but that is how I learned it. And when I Googled it, it came up written that way.
Nice.
So I shall continue the tradition of my second grade class. So thank you, second grade teacher. Who's
It's a
named
terrible time to be fasting because now I want Chinese food, like really good Chinese food.
Dude, even really bad Chinese food is good sometimes.
Yeah. You know what I like to do? I purposely like to have leftovers because during the morning I like to chop it all up, scramble it up, and make a nice giant like leftover Chinese food pancake. Oh my God, the best.
Actually, yeah, Chinese food leftovers are the best.
They really are.
Because it's weird because when they first get cold and you put them in the fridge, they are like gelatinous monsters.
Yeah, they are.
Like they look like cat food.
Yeah, don't put them in the microwave. Don't reheat them in the microwave. Pan only.
I am anti-microwave all the way. In
Yeah.
my last apartment, I did not have a microwave.
Oh, wow.
I did not have a microwave.
I have one for popcorn. Just because.
I use Jiffy Pops.
Oh, I got to get those, man.
I love Jiffy Pops, and then more recently, I actually have a popcorn maker.
Oh, that's fancy. That's stepping it up a level.
Yeah, right.
There you go. You can control the butter.
Yes, you can. But here's the thing about popcorns. You can't put like real butter on it. Like if you put real butter on it, it
It's gross.
gets soggy and nasty. It turns into like popcorn cereal.
Yeah, you get like curds in it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And then like you go on the YouTubes and the world and everyone's like, what you got to do is make it into ghee or like purify it. But ghee tastes like ass.
And it smells horrible.
It smells like butter farted.
Yeah. Like sometimes you walk into a movie theater and it's either really good or you're like, this is someone just let all the cows loose in here.
Yeah. So I don't recommend you do that either. But I did find a couple of. Oh my God. I'm gonna get something retroactively, but anyway, what I discovered is oil.
Yeah.
This Orville Redenbacher popcorn oil.
Okay.
It's almost flavorless. And you put that on there, and then you put the cheddar on top of that.
Oh,
so you put powdered cheddar, like powdered cheddar.
Whoa,
that's good.
That is next level. I need to try it. You know what? You know how I eat my popcorn?
How?
I eat it with finger chopsticks.
Okay.
Dude, those are amazing.
My most preferred way of eating it now.
Yeah.
Is actually use Chinese chili sauce, like chili oil. Like
Oh,
Chinese chili
that
oil.
sounds fantastic.
Yeah. And then like, that's what I
love chili
that
oil.
was the feedback that I got about it too. But everyone's like, but how are you going to eat it? Like you get your fingers dirty. Like it's going to be chopsticks.
Yeah. Who doesn't have chopsticks in their home? I have
proper chopsticks. So
yes, I have tons of those.
Oh my God.
But my wife for Christmas as a stocking stuffer bought me these finger chopsticks. They literally clip onto your fingers and they don't disconnect. And that way you can do this and eat with your knuckles without getting your fingers dirty. Like, it's great. That way I can go back to doing stupid stuff on my phone or playing a video game.
Proper chopsticks work too. But anyway,
Yeah,
I think that's going to be our food of this year. But it's Year of the Rabbit.
Yes, it is.
And today, have your popcorn with Chinese chili oil. Dang. Oh, man, it's so good.
Now I need to go get more chili oil.
Oh, my God, it's good. The one with the guy's face on it, the Kim Young one.
Okay, I got to try it.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
so
good.
freaking good. But anyway, happy Chinese New Year. It is the year of the rabbit.
Yeah,
In case you didn't notice, we have adorned with rabbits and lucky cats and lucky fat people.
Yeah, there you go.
Lucky guy.
Fat means wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's what it used to mean.
Well, he's got a gold tongue.
Yeah.
Like his tongue is actually gold.
Oh.
Weirdo.
Huh. Midas tongue. Weird.
And the rabbit means vigilant, witty, quick-minded, and ingenious.
Ooh.
So, rabbit like a fox until the fox eats it. And then the Chinese New Year, it's also known as the Lunar New Year, which is the first new moon of the year.
Oh.
So that's why we do it, or why they do it, or why Chinese New Year is a thing. It's the first New Year, and it's actually the start of spring also. So start of or the end of like
the winter equinox or whatever it's called.
It's not proper spring.
Yeah.
But it's a symbolic spring.
Oh.
So today we will be taking a look at the classic fish out of water movie, Big Trouble in Little China. And man, I like this movie.
I like it too. It was so long since I've last seen it. So it was fun to rewatch.
Yeah. I really dig this movie. I think it's Kurt Russell's best movie.
Yeah, it's Kurt Russell at his most Kurt Russelliness, I'll say.
Yeah.
He's got like the big hair. He's wearing like he's got like the stupid boots on. He's got,
He's got the cowboy boots.
Yeah, not
top.
even, what are they? They
look like cowboy boots or something.
Something, but they're like, he wears them on the outside and they got like they're all tied up. It's weird. But denim jeans and a freaking tank top. It's Kurt freaking Russell, man.
Sometimes a denim jacket.
Yeah, sometimes a denim jacket.
But this movie, I like it because it is a fish out of water, and it is kind of because in the beginning he's driving to San Francisco.
Yeah.
I used to live in San Jose, which is near San Francisco. I used to remember like those like country drives, like in the middle of nowhere.
And they're very like, they do have those dips. They're not like exaggerated there. They really do go down pretty hard.
Yeah, and it starts with him like podcasting about, welcome to the Pork Chop Express. Yeah, you guys, what?
Like I told my last wife, I says, honey, I never drive faster than I can see. Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
I forget he's talking about. He always says, what the hell?
No, he's saying he's saying something along the lines. He's like, I know they say you drive into the weather, but I drive until something. He's like, it's all in the reflexes anyway. It's pouring rain. It's a deluge out there, and he has sunglasses on. He's like, I'm on the Pork Chop Express. He's like, reflexes.
Yeah, so he drives into Chinatown to take his load because he's a truck driver.
Yeah. And
he meets his friend, by the way. And this movie kind of reminds me of Shang-Chi. His friend's name was Wang Chi.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Wang Chi.
Wang Chi. But it's funny because I was trying to think which one came first, Shang-Chi or this movie. Shang-Chi actually came out in 1973.
Oh, really?
So it predates this.
There we go.
And I was even trying to see if any of this like mythology from Big Trouble in Little China is legit, like taken from some Chinese lore. I don't think it was.
It wasn't. And I'll see this. I'm bringing out my phone right now reading this because I had to take a picture of this at the end of the movie. It says right here, right with the copyright and all this stuff, it says, the events, characters, and firms depicted in this photoplay are fictitious. Any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, or to actual events or firms is purely coincidental.
That's at the end of every movie.
No, but I'd never noticed it up until this movie.
Really?
Yeah, at all.
Weird.
So for me, it was just like, that's fantastic.
I think you'll even see that in biopics sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. complete work of fiction.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one had it, but I think I've seen it in biopics too before.
I'd never seen that before.
Yeah. But anyway.
Maybe now because everything has a freaking end scene or something.
You're watching it and waiting?
Yeah.
By the way, the music in this movie.
Oh, man. So
John Carpenter, he directed this movie. Big Trouble in Little China. He also directed Halloween, the first one, and The Thing.
Yeah, The Thing.
And Escape from New York. So The Thing, Escape from New York, Big Trouble in Little China, those are all John Carpenter movies starring Kurt Russell.
Yeah, and the freaking music is ridiculous. The characters are all over the top, too.
Yeah, and they're all great. And I was thinking, like, this movie and the movie Bloodsport single-handedly inspired Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it had to.
Single-handedly.
These movies are the 80s. Mm-hmm. The music, like the 80s in terms of like not the college and everything, all those high school kids, but the 80s in terms of like the macho man, the guy with the guns, the friends, the girl, all that stuff. It's fantastic.
Damsel in Distress.
Yeah.
Gangs of Chinatown.
Yeah, dude, as soon as I saw that, I was like, holy crap, they're doing the Gangs of New York thing here.
Way before that movie
Way
came out.
before.
But yeah, this movie takes place in the super 80s. Jack Burton rolls in and meets his friend Wang Chi.
Wang Chi, yeah.
And he does this stupid bet with him where he's like, I bet you can cut this bottle in half with my machete.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, well, double or nothing. He's like, oh, okay.
It's all in the reflexes.
So he doesn't do it. He fails.
He chops it and the bottle doesn't break at all.
Doesn't break at all. He's like, it usually happens. Like, it looks like you owe me triple or nothing or double or nothing. And he goes, well, I'll get it later. He's like, just take me to the airport and then like we'll pick up like my girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
So that was the deal. It seems simple enough to go to the airport, pick up the girlfriend. But man,
super 80s, dude.
Airport security was apparently nothing back in the 80s.
Yeah, have you seen the movie freaking, what was that movie? Home Alone?
Yeah.
Home Alone 2? You can literally show up to the airport whenever you want. Just run through it.
I know.
Fantastic
Yeah,
times.
I think you used to be able to see like your family like at the gate. Like
at the gate, yeah.
Man.
Good times.
Yeah. Memories. Well, anyway, he's in Chinatown. Yeah. So, yeah, I know. Remember the airport when it was safe? Now it's dangerous.
Yeah. Everybody's mad at you all the time.
Yeah. In the airport fights. Remember when dogs didn't used to have shit in the airport? Now there's dogs everywhere. Those member berries. South Park. Watch South Park. Sweet member berries.
Oh, man.
But anyway, he goes to the airport. The guy's going to pick up his girlfriend, who he's known since a little girl. Since they were little.
Yeah.
He's known them since they were little. And the thing about her is they're both from China.
Yeah.
And she is a rarity.
Yes.
She's a Chinese girl with green eyes.
Yes. Green eyes.
Green eyes. Do you know how rare that is, Jack? And they run into the airport. Also, Kim Cattrall plays Gracie. And I was trying to remember, how she fit into the story? Was she a reporter or something? Or a private investigator?
She was a reporter of some sort. Her and her friend, I guess.
Yeah, her and her friend were doing like Scooby-Doo mysteries.
Yeah, Mario and Gracie.
Yeah. And she just happened to be picking up her friend at the airport also. Yeah. And meanwhile, they bump into like, seriously, like, I tried to write down the gang. What were they called? Like lords of like...
Dude, I don't even know. I just saw it all pop up and just happen so fast.
But some seriously like stereotypical like...
Yeah,
like Asian gangsters.
Don't what?
Lords of Death, street gang, punks from Chinatown. This isn't good. What are they doing here?
Super stereotypical.
80s, yeah. So they kidnap... Yeah, they pick up Wang's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, pal. Get that one.
And they abduct her and take her to freaking like child traffic, like sex,
like
trafficking.
to a brothel.
A brothel.
Yeah,
but we don't discover that till later on.
Yes,
because they start chasing her, and then they're like, call the cops, and then
yeah, mind you, they're driving a semi,
like back to Chinatown.
Through Chinatown.
That's a rough ride going from the airport.
Driving a car through that area is rough.
Yeah,
imagine a semi truck.
And they end up in a back alley in Chinatown where apparently gang wars happen.
Gang wars and funerals for gang lords.
Oh yeah, that's
happen.
Right. What is it? A parade?
Funeral. Fighting Tong. They're Chang Sings.
A fighting Tong?
Don't panic, Jack. They're okay. They're good guys.
That's how it all started.
It started with a funeral, and they're like, yeah, the leader of their gang died or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like these evil guys show up.
Yeah.
Right? They were good ones wearing like yellow.
I'm gonna call them the yellow headbands and the red headbands.
Yeah, right.
That's all it is.
And they get into a serious like gangs of New York fight with like knives and like stabbing weapons.
like people are flying through windows, doors. Things are really happening. I saw one scene that really made me laugh. Some dude got a 2x4, put it behind the head of another guy, and then kneed him in the face and broke the 2x4 with his head.
Yeah,
I was like, what is happening right now?
And it's just intense, and the music's crazy. And then they're like, oh no, we gotta drive away because they're stuck there with a semi. And that's when they run in. Oh no, they don't run into him yet. But the three storms show up.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
The Raidens.
Yeah, the three
with like
Raidens.
Kia lamp heads.
Yeah, so one is like thunder, the other one's lightning, and the other one
very,
is
very frightening.
Hurricane. What was that? I gotta look at it. Thunder,
Hurricane.
Yeah, thunder, lightning, and rain.
Yeah.
Hey, rain really was a ninja.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway. And then they show off they're cool, like they have magic powers.
Yeah,
they have powers of the storm.
Yeah, and the one thing that I did notice, because I want, like, the thing I like when I watch these old movies again is I want to find out why these things are happening, other than what's happening on screen. But they mentioned, I think it was Wang Shi mentioned that there was like an imbalance in the force or something like that, and that's what caused these guys to show up. Yeah. I was just like, what?
Yeah, there was a lot going on in this movie, as we'll learn. And then as they're trying to get away from they actually like run like in the semi, they drive like past the storm guys.
Yeah.
And then as they like walk away, I think one guy even like flies over the thing.
Yeah, he's like, Raiden.
He makes like a Raiden, I am like, from Pakistan. Yeah. Like fly away. That's what he said. You ever play Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
I am from Pakistan.
He really does that. It's not a joke. Watch the movie. It's in there.
Play the game. Anyway.
Yeah, I want to play the game.
There you go. And then they run into Lopan. Which is the villain of this movie, dressed like looking like Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
Like, and he's a dark emperor, dark sorcerer.
Yeah. Who's he? Who was the guy that played him? I always forget this guy's name. Oh, James Hong.
James Hong. Last seen in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And he also played Cassandra's dad in Wayne's World 2, Tia Carrere's dad.
Yeah, and he also played the dad in Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a really distinct voice if you ever hear him.
Yeah.
And he actually played a really good Lopan. Like, he was a good villain in this movie. Indeed.
Yeah. Dude, you see it and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, this guy's crazy. Oh, my God.
And the makeup was ridiculous.
I kind of like, I'm going to flash forward here.
Jump to it.
There's a part where they have Kurt Russell and the other guy like hostage.
Oh, the wheelchairs?
Yeah, in the wheelchairs, and then they're talking to old man Lopan.
Yeah, old man Lopan.
And he's like, he just unveils like his whole plan, and then Kurt Russell's like, "Are you crazy? Is that your problem?"
Yeah, dude. I was like, did he just say that? Dude, that was funny. Oh man,
He was so mad.
and like Kurt Russell's voice is just so iconic.
Are you
too.
crazy? Is that your problem? The guy just unveiled his master plan
So dumb.
that he's
dude.
been working on for thousands and thousands of years.
2,000 years. We'll give you such a crick in the neck.
His face. Okay. So they try to run over Lopan, but he apparently disappears. And then like Kurt Russell comes out and he shows him his face, and it's like all light. It's like the dead lights from It.
Yes,
And
exactly what it is.
And he goes blind like briefly. And
he's like, "Oh, no."
He's able to like get water on his splash.
Was it Wang Shi is like throwing like alley water into his face? I was like, whoa.
I'd be more afraid of that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh God, I'm looking at 3 eyes.
And Lopan's magic.
Yeah. I'm like, my retinas are burning.
No. Never wear contact again. Sandpaper on that thing.
Jeez.
It's like Iron Man's heart. There's always going to be shrapnel on there.
Oh man, that's too good. Good
fudge.
stuff.
Well, anyway,
movie.
back to this movie.
Yeah.
There's a couple of scenes where they go back to like the guy's restaurant, and they have like they have a
Delicious
heart-to-heart.
food?
Yeah. Oh my God, they eat Chinese food.
Dude,
and,
I know.
Like, plan a raid.
God,
There's like 3 raids in this
Man, like
movie.
the best Chinese food really is in San Francisco. I'm not kidding. It's so
yeah.
good. So good.
They talk about Lopan. They talk about like, oh, that guy's dangerous. And they talk about these gangs, and then they say like, where did they take? Then Gracie, King Control's Gracie shows up with her friend. Like, yeah, we think they took your friend to the sex trafficking ring.
Yeah, and we're like, whoa.
And then they're like, okay, well, you get time to go undercover. And my favorite line actually in this movie, which if I ever made like an action movie or a horror movie, I'm going to use this line, which Kurt Russell and Shang-Chi, Yang-Chi, they all say in this movie, cops have got better things to do than get killed. Why don't we call the cops? Because cops have better things to do than get
couldn't
killed.
be more true, man.
That's why they can't call cops. They got to Scooby-Doo this.
That's
this
why there's a
mystery.
bunch of bayhem everywhere.
I know. So Kurt Russell goes undercover the first time he goes undercover in this movie as a John. And he seriously just like combs his hair stupidly, puts on glasses and a stupid coat.
Yeah.
Boy, sure is raining cats and dogs.
He has a part in his hair this time.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I got a girl. I need a girl. He goes in the brothel and like, I need a Chinese girl with green eyes. And then the mama-san is like, like Chinese girls do not come with green eyes. So they're trying to find Wang's girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
So as he's
she's in the. They actually do find her.
They find her. She's tied up.
Yeah.
And then just as like everything is kind of like coming together, the plan's coming together, the storms come.
Yeah.
And abduct her, and they like tear the roof apart. And it's
like
big, like
3 holes in there. It's freaking nuts, man.
Yeah, and then they escape. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
First raid failed.
Yeah. That was so quick.
Yeah.
Like the way that scene just happened, it was just out of nowhere. You're like, oh, okay. Because they just disappeared originally. And now they're back.
Yeah, they're back. They take the girl.
Yeah.
And they stole Miao Yin. Miao Yin! He does that a lot. Where's Miao Yin?
Meow. Sorry. If you guys don't see us on YouTube, I have a cap that has a black cat on it.
But anyway, they have Miao Yin, and then Egg Shen, played by Victor Wong. Man, this guy used to be in all the 80s movies.
Yeah, man. With one eye.
Yeah. He plays Egg Shen, who does the Star Tours in Chinatown. He is also a mystic who knows all about Lo Pan.
Yeah.
And apparently he's thousands of years old too.
Yeah.
Because apparently, like,
He has magical powers.
they have a Harry Potter fight at the end.
They do have a Harry Potter fight.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it when we talked about like the last movie with a Harry Potter fight.
Yeah,
I'm like,
we
Big
did.
Trouble in Little China did it too.
Yeah.
Anyway, Egg Shen knows the story of Lo Pan. Lo Pan has the Pirates of the Caribbean curse, which means he's like a living spirit.
Yes.
Right? He can't feel anything. He just lives in an old man's body.
Yep.
So instead of turning into a skeleton, he's just a crooked old man.
Yep.
But he can turn into a ghost, which he does float around. When he looks young, he's just a ghost.
Yeah.
And he floats and he can go.
And he can't touch anything.
It's actually kind of badass.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because it's like, I actually prefer 80s like effects to CG. Because when you see CG, you know it.
Yeah.
It's like, you know it when you see it.
In the 80s, you're like, how did you do that back?
How'd you do that? And also, I know exactly what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm seeing. It's just sometimes when the overlaying of film made the image look a little grainy sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about this movie in general, but like a lot of times when they overlap the effects, you can see like heavy frames.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I didn't like about it. But you know, I think we
So
can,
80s,
we
man.
can CG that a bit. Maybe now, just kind of refine those edges. Like
Yeah, no, we saw the SD version. I looked up. There is an HD version.
Dude, I bought the HD. Like
You went and bought it?
I went and bought it. I was so mad. They're like, "Oh, this is so grainy and gross." Oh my god, 480 lines of resolution. you know,
The worst.
All video back in the day was 480 lines of resolution. I used to think if you bought a better camera, you bought more lines, but no, you don't. There's always 480.
Yeah, that's what you're outputting, man.
Incredibly lame. You know, in Europe, PAL was always like higher. It was always like 520.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
always was a little clearer than Americans.
Freaking pal.
Yeah, you pals.
Listen, pal.
I don't even know if like regional coding is even a thing anymore.
I think it is. Yeah, like we do 24, they do 25, 50, 48, 100. Yeah, it's stupid.
I don't know.
Anyway.
He tells them about the curse. He needs a girl with green eyes.
Yeah.
And he needs to marry her to appease the gods to become mortal again.
Yes.
Which is also the same plot to like Pirates of the Caribbean.
It is. It really is.
It is. But this movie came out first. So John Carpenter,
Nice.
Gore Verbinski, you owe him some money maybe. But anyway, Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Yeah, I do remember that guy.
Someone pooped in his bed.
He's in the dip.
Okay, so now they plan raid number 2,
Yeah.
where they're going to go, and I think this is my favorite one. They go into the company that Lo Pan runs. As a
right.
businessman.
Yeah.
And they're going to come in as repairman. So
Yeah.
So Wang Chi and Kurt Russell, Jack Burton, they go in, and Jack just has a telephone.
I love working nights. Don't get up. Don't get up. Phone company. All right, boys, where's the main panel at? Probably through here, huh?
That's the cover. He's like, oh yeah, the lines, they're busted. Like they're walking past security. The lines, lines,
It's a
phone,
telephone.
telephone lines. They're not even wearing like uniforms.
Yeah.
Or anything. He just has a phone.
It's like, okay. Nice.
I was waiting for him to, like when I first saw this, I was waiting for him to bash somebody's head in.
Yeah.
But it never happened. And then they get in the elevator, and the elevator fills with water. And then they're in a pit of like dead bodies.
Oh, yeah, in a saltwater pit
And
of
it grows,
death.
Yeah, and then then the storms pull them out. And then that's when they see Lo Pan, right?
Yeah.
Because they're looking for Miao Yin. Jack and Wang Chi are looking for Miao Yin, and then he's like in love with Miao Yin because like he's like her father must have been a holy man.
Yeah.
She's so mystical, and he like tell me about her, and then Jack's like, you ask her yourself, weirdo.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's so funny. His one-liners are hilarious in this thing.
And that's when he says, like, I need to marry Miao Yin in order to like appease the gods. Then I'll be mortal. Then I can feel, and I won't be in this like old man husk anymore. And that's when he says my favorite line.
Mr. Burton, if you have an influence over your youthful friend, you better exert it now. Otherwise, I will have both of you roll off to the hell where people are skinned alive. It's that simple, understand?
Are you crazy? Is that your problem?
Are you crazy? Is that your problem? And he just has like the meanest look.
So ridiculous.
But I think Kurt Russell said something even funnier before that. He's like, oh my God. And then like you can, he even said that. He's like, oh, once you marry Ian, you'll be mortal and then you can rule the world forevermore. He's like, indeed.
Yeah, he said that.
And that's what he said.
I'm like, you just said the plot.
Are you crazy? Is that
ridiculous? So ridiculous.
And he goes like, I'm going to feed you to like 10 hells and then we're going to skin you alive. He goes, he actually means it. And actually they get tortured for a while.
Yeah, they do.
One of the storms keeps on throwing like rubber balls into...
Yeah, like with the force.
Yeah, into Kurt Russell's stomach. And I didn't notice it the first time that I got in HD, but there are a bunch of balls on the ground.
Yeah, there are.
Which actually is like, probably the friendliest of the torture.
Yeah, it's just these red balls. You're like, okay, all right.
Just nerfing you.
Yeah.
Nerfing you to death.
They probably weren't Nerf balls. Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Kurt Russell's like, you can't hit me with actual things.
Yeah, and then there's always this scene of tension where like somehow like, and then the raid continued because Gracie and her friends came to like find them.
Yes.
And then they were, what do you call it? They were
captured.
They were captured and gassed. And somehow they all managed to like kind of break away.
Yeah, they Scooby-Dooed it.
Oh, yeah, they Scooby-Dooed it. And then like that one dude like grabbed like the thunder guy, but he started expanding.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Wah!" And then like his like clothes started breaking. And that's when like they all like ran. Like they all booked it after that.
They closed the door and it just blew off the hinges.
And then Kurt Russell, like he was tied to the wheelchair. And this is like the scariest scene in the movie where he's rolling backwards.
Yeah.
And it's Kurt Russell looks like doing it like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
like
hands
antics. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He's like, all the way down.
All the way down until he hits a well.
Yeah.
The opening to a well.
And he like, defies physics.
And is able to wheel out of like the well out of the like
he hits a hard stop on it and like rushes his way back up.
Oh man, this movie is like so awesome.
That was ridiculous.
Oh, and then that's when they break into another because Kim Cattrall and like the other girl,
but they got caught. Yeah, so now they're in like
they're in another brothel.
Yes, they're in the cages now.
This one's run by like female ninjas.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they have to fight the women ninjas.
Yeah, it's the female red ninjas.
Yeah, with the smoke sticks.
Yes, the smoke sticks. I was like, what the hell is this?
Like fire extinguishers.
It's like, what is happening?
Oh my God, this movie is so awesome.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell's going on?
So they break them out of that brothel.
Yeah.
And then they have to go underwater again and like swim out.
Yeah.
And they make it out, but then like evil Chewbacca.
Yes.
Evil Chewbacca
Dude.
captures Kim Cattrall and realizes she's got green eyes too.
Yeah.
And they introduce
oh.
Yeah. So
it's him when he sees the green eyes.
Yeah. Evil Chewbacca.
Where's Gracie?
That's why I was trying to figure out a nice name for him. I just thought about it. Evil Chewbacca.
Yeah, it was Evil Chewbacca.
Okay, so Evil Chewbacca steals Kim Cattrall.
Yeah.
Introduces her to Lopan. Turns out she has green eyes too. He's gonna marry them both.
Yeah, he's like, whoa, I hit the jackpot.
2 brides with green eyes. One to appease the god and one to appease my mortal self. So that's when they regroup again at the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
But this time they go to Egg Chen's place.
Yes.
Is like because he runs the Star Tours for Chinatown.
Yep.
But he has the gold headband gang.
Yeah,
with him. And these are the good guys. They're going to help us fight Lopan because we can't let him get married. We got to save the world. And we got to save the girls.
Hey, here he is.
No. These are our friends. These are the Chang Sings.
And he has like a secret entrance to the sewer.
Yeah, it's no joke. This reminded me of the Goonies.
Yeah.
It's like, what is happening?
And they're like, where are we going? Under the earth. Under the oldest places of the earth.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa.
And he's got like a little satchel full of bombs.
Satchel full of bombs and also that crazy like drink thing.
Yeah.
Like I want to get into that craft thing. It looks scary.
Yeah.
I kind of want it. Oh man, next time I go to like the 99 Ranch Market where I got all this Chinese crap.
Yeah. Gotta get it, man.
I gotta see if they have that weird thing. Oh, I want that on my desk like forever. Yeah. on my kitchen. Oh my God.
Good stuff.
But anyway, he has this potion in that thing. It looks like a giant kiwi. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know what it is.
I don't either, man.
It's like round bubble things. The kiwi face.
Bubble things.
But it's a drink that makes you smarter, stronger, faster. Yeah. It's like a power up.
Cheers!
Yeah, it's a power.
It's a level
It's
of
a
power.
video game.
And he gives it
video
to
game.
all of his. He gives it to all the men.
Yeah.
And then they're coming down the elevator.
They take the gummy bear.
Oh yeah,
potion.
and they found an elevator to get to Lopan's Las Vegas mansion his underground Las Vegas mansion. And they're doing the ceremony, and they're spotted by like evil worm eyeball thing.
Yeah, holy crap! That thing looked like which movie was that from? There was another '80s movie that had something like that.
I don't know, but it's got nothing but eyeballs all around it.
Yeah.
And like Lopan was like talking to him earlier with that thing. He's like, "Hey Jed, you're still after me."
Yeah, some scary stuff, man.
Yeah, and then they actually get in on the wedding, and the two women are like brainwashed.
Yeah, they're in a trance.
Oh yeah, they're in a trance. You remember what started the trance? It was like it was the storms like doing crazy kung fu dances in front of them.
Oh,
And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were like doing like a dance and then like a ceremony, and then
Yeah.
the last guy did thunder, and their eyes turned white.
What the heck? No, I didn't remember that. No.
Yeah, crazy
Okay.
movie. Crazy. See this movie
All over the place, man.
Oh man, this movie's awesome.
It's good '80s movie. It's fun. It's a fun watch.
And then once Lopan is like, there's a big wedding, the big ceremony is happening, and then the evil eyeball thing sees them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh no, get them!" You know,
Like really, like '80s. Get them.
get them. And then the best part, Kurt Russell is like, "Yeah!" And he fires his little like Uzi up at the ceiling, and then the ceiling falls apart. So he fired it, and then the rocks fall on his head.
Yeah.
He It's knocked unconscious while everyone kung fu's.
Yeah, Kung Fu's really happens. It's so stupid.
And like, man, Wang Chi like does some crazy moves that like,
Dude, he can fight, man.
he can fight, but he also like flip like nobody's business.
Yeah, I was
He was like,
whoa.
whoa, he was like doing loop-de-loops.
Yeah, because he drank the potion, man.
He drank the potion. He was able to do like flips where he actually looked like a freaking like cartoon character.
Yeah,
Blup, 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 blup.
It was pretty good.
Dude, I haven't seen that like kind of fighting. Like when we saw Shang-Chi, we
Since
saw like,
Time Cop.
Time Cop. I think it was like Wesley Snipes in the other one. Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. Ah, so good.
Dude, the honest trailer for Demolition Man just came out. Did you
Yeah.
ever see Demolition Man?
No.
Something about
What's it?
seashells. They don't use toilet paper anymore in the future. They use seashells,
Seashells and bidets, man.
but they don't know what they are.
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Yeah, we're right back at you.
that's when Egg Chen and Lopan do their Harry Potter video game fight.
Yeah.
If they use the Schwartz.
The Schwartz. Yeah, I was going to say that. They just fight this whole thing. Like, it feels like this whole last 10
You
minutes.
see them like this, like with video
Yeah.
game thumbs.
It's so 80s, man. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, and then by this time, like Lopan's able to run with both girls into his palace, and he actually completes the ritual.
Yeah.
And becomes flesh.
Yes.
And you see him like he's usually like really white.
Yeah, it
like
just
gross
looks like
looking.
himself, but not white.
Even the Thunder guy's like, "Master, you did it! You have flesh." And I think Wang Chi kills one of the dudes. Oh yeah, they're like flying through the.
Yeah.
they keep doing like crazy flying.
Yeah, he
things.
blows one up.
Well, the first guy he actually like stabs a bunch of times, like with a sword, right?
Okay.
And that's like the first one gone because there's three of them.
Yeah.
And then they all make it up to like the palace.
Yeah.
Right. And then Jack Burton, I think he saved Kim Cattrall first. So at the very finale of this movie, he's got like lipstick all over his face.
Yes.
You know what old Jack Burton always says at a time like this?
Who? Jack Burton. Me.
Old Jack always says, what the hell?
So like,
Yeah, she's like, thank you for saving me.
stupid, sexy, like Kurt Russell, like coming up with like with his Mac 10, with his Mac 10 cowboy boots, like
And
Chinese.
he's got red lipstick just smeared on his
Chinatown
lips.
tank top.
Yeah, Chinatown tank top. He really is a Chinatown tank top.
Chinatown tank top and Wolverine hair.
Yes, big Wolverine hair.
Big Wolverine hair with lipstick all over his face. I'm like, man, Kurt Russell. Like,
Yeah.
if you were
As he
get-
starts shooting stuff, it's like the perfect pose.
if you were getting laid that day by like 15 women, I don't know. You did something wrong.
Kurt Russell, man.
But anyway, where was I? Back to this movie. So they're all fighting, and then like the most badass like move here, Kurt Russell tries to stop them, And then he pulls out his like knife that he's kind of had throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
And he chucks it at Lopan.
Yeah.
And misses him.
Yes.
And hits like the dong. he hits a gong behind him.
Yeah.
And then like everyone's like, oh.
I think Lopan picks it up, right?
Lopan picks it up. He's like, you got a good knife. He's like, goodbye, Mr. Burton. And then he chucked it at him.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mr. Burton.
Freaking like Chuck Norris, Kurt Russell here, grabs the knife out of the air and just
whips it right back at him.
Just boomerangs it back in his head.
Like right in there. And the thing is, it's like, if you remember, he says his driving is all about the reflexes.
Yeah, like it all comes full circle.
And he keeps showing it, by the way. Like, because when in the beginning, when his buddy Wang Shi said he was gonna chop the bottle in half, when he hit it,
it flies at him.
He caught it. He caught it the same way that he caught this knife.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, this movie.
Tyson Sewell. Thank you, John Carpenter.
John Carpenter.
Such good stuff.
From what I read, this movie actually was a box office bomb when it came out. But you know what? I was actually thinking about it in a way.
Back then.
I was thinking about it in a way, though. In a way, it's kind of good because there were no sequels.
Yeah, it would have destroyed this movie.
It would have destroyed the legacy of a big. Imagine Big Trouble in Little China 4, like Bigger Trouble in Bigger China.
Yeah,
Bigger Trouble in
it's
Bigger
like
China.
Big Trouble in actual China.
It's like when Rush Hour went to China.
Yeah, that was bad. All bad.
Okay, well, anyway. Well, by the way, Rush Hour sequel is still happening.
4?
Apparently. 5.
Something.
4 or 5.
4. I think it's 4.
Rush Hour 9 still in
there you go.
Still in traffic.
By the time we release this.
It's funny how Rush Hour is actually slower traffic.
Yeah.
You'd think it's supposed to be faster because it's a rush.
It's because it has Rush.
Unlike not to be confused with Gordon Levitt's Maximum Rush.
Oh, Premium Rush.
Premium Rush.
Bikes.
Bikes. Did you know David Gordon Levitt was killed by Michael Myers in Halloween H2O?
Oh, I didn't know that.
When he was a kid did we when John Lithgow was in Three Rock. What was it? Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was gonna say 30 Rock. No, not 30 Rock. Third Rock from the Sun.
When we
Yeah.
talk about John Lithgow last.
I have no idea.
Anyway, sometimes
back at
dead
it.
is better.
Yeah.
But anyway, anyway, that's when Thunder Guy shows up.
Yeah.
And he sees dead Lopan.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh! Remember we alluded to him getting bigger earlier?
Yeah.
He gets so big, he turns into like a Mortal Kombat like fatality, like big. He's like,
I don't think he's gonna stop.
Yeah, and the CG, not the CGI, but the special effects are. I love these stupid special effects.
and
They're fantastic.
I like how he took off his clothes, like
Yeah.
he's taking off his belt, and his like feet were popping out of his shoes.
Yeah.
and he's like screaming, and he looks like a puppet man. He's like, he's making a big dumb like.
Looks like those Cabbage Patch Kids cards.
Yeah.
The Swamp Kids or whatever. Garbage Pail Kids.
And he's so mad, he's just like screaming and getting bigger and bigger till his eyes start like popping out, and like smoke comes out of his nose. And he explodes into garbage.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even gore, it was just garbage.
Yeah, he's a Garbage Pail Kid.
Just garbage came out of him. And like, okay. And they're all trying to escape. And then like another line that I always liked, they're like running down a corridor, and Egg Chen is already like busted like in a hole in the corridor, like in the roof of it.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, hey guys. He's like, Egg Chen? He's like, yeah, how the hell did you get up there?
Hello! How'd you get up there? Wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy.
Yeah. It's like he just cuts the scene. It's like, well, that just fixed that scene.
And he's got like a crossbow harpoon thing.
Yeah, that has like a pulley system and a winch.
Oh,
You're
man,
like, what?
I wanted that so bad. Oh, it's like Scorpion.
Yeah.
Get over here.
Nice.
Anyway.
Take it away.
Fatality.
There we go.
Another thing from Mortal Kombat. But anyway, as they're just trying to get away, it's all our heroes have escaped.
Yeah.
They got Miao Ying and they got Gracie, and they it's just a get to go. They got to go up the up the ceiling to get away, and then Thunder shows up. The last surviving storm, and he's just like showing off his like.
He's like
his like his After Effects like Thunder,
Yeah.
which actually look way better than like Thunder Effects now. I'd have to say
They do.
like, and he looks just like Raiden, by the way. He's got the straw hat.
I
and
really
everything.
thought it was Raiden.
Yeah, it was Raiden. It was pre Mortal Kombat Raiden. He's just showing off. "Ah!" He's making all kinds of crazy noise while he's doing it. And then they get everyone up onto the next level of wherever this corridor is.
Yeah.
He's about to like kill them, and then Egg Chen throws like a big like statue at him.
Yeah,
that's what kills
it's
him.
ridiculous.
And
I was
he
like,
just
okay,
explodes, and that's the end of the biggest character. And then they get into a garage, and they find Jack Burton's pork chop express truck.
Yep.
And then he's like, "Oh no, they got my keys." And like, "Did you have a spare?" "Yeah, it's under the yeah." Like this happens to be in the seat. Got it. And then they ride off, and the police come, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, that's it.
That was it.
That's it, cowboy.
And then everybody is happy.
Yeah.
And there's like a sad like cowboy moment where like
he's got to go hit the road.
He's got to hit the road, and then Gracie, Kim Cattrall's character is like maybe like we can get like a bigger truck, like a cab for two, and just ride these freeways together. He's like, nah.
Yeah.
He's seriously like,
yeah,
I gotta ride, I gotta go. And then like the girl's like, aren't you giving a kiss or goodbye? He's like,
but you know something? Sooner or later, I rub everybody the wrong way, and well, let me think about it.
God, aren't you even gonna kiss her goodbye?
No.
I'll see you guys. I'm gonna see you guys. And then she's like, see you on the road. He's like, maybe. Like he seriously said like some dicky moves, and he's like, okay.
And he's gone.
And he's gone. And as he's driving away, he's on the Pork Chop Express radio again, talking about like his crazy ass day. And then who comes out of nowhere?
It's freaking Chewbacca.
Evil Chewbacca. And I didn't mention this at the beginning, but at the very, 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 very beginning, they put in a prologue where Egg Chen is being interviewed by the police.
Yeah.
Talking about, you don't know what your eyes can't see, but you know what they're talking about?
What?
Jack Burton was missing.
Do you at the present time have any knowledge of the whereabouts of a Mr. Jack Burton or his truck?
Oh, God, will you leave him alone?
Putting in that prologue made it look like he died.
Whoa, yeah.
So Jack Burton may have died. He may not have survived Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, man.
So maybe that's something that, the world needs to kind of like reflect. Reflect, world. Twitter. Did Jack Burton die at the end of Big Trouble in Little China? That is our Chinese New Year question for 2023. But anyway, Gung Hei Fat Choi, everyone.
Yeah.
Happy Chinese New Year. Happy Lunar New Year. Year of the Rabbit. So be spry, run around.
I don't know. Do things.
Do you think it's also like a fertility thing?
I don't know.
It's got to be, right?
A rabbit, I guess?
Yeah,
sure.
Like little rabbits?
Yeah, no, I'm done having kids.
Yeah. Well, anyway, remember to like, share, subscribe. Check us out wherever you are. Check out Big Trouble in Little China, directed by John Carpenter. Probably one of the greatest action movies. Great fish out of water movie.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Nice view of Chinatown. I miss Chinatown.
Yeah, it's good.
Then. I used to walk that area, but once you walk into a back alley in Chinatown on the wrong night, crazy stuff will be afoot.
Ooh.
Anyway, I'm your host, Marc Rubalcaba, joined once again by Mr. Abel Pineda on Clubhouse Movies Podcast. We will catch you next time.